Okay, go on.
Good afternoon, Pulaski County. I apologize. We've had some technical difficulties here with our video stream, so we're going to do this via telephone. I've got with me today Charlene Taylor, she's the business services representative with the Cumberland's workforce of the Lake Cumberland Ad District. However, recently, because of the volume of calls we've been getting for unemployment, she has been transitioned over to the unemployment office to help with the volume there and try to alleviate some of the problems that many of you all have been experiencing. She's going to talk about some of that with us today and give some advice and pointers on how to make your process smoother and more efficient. So we're going to talk a little bit with her, and I'm sure many of you all have a lot of questions. We'll try to field some questions as they come in here, but hopefully Charlene will be able to answer those questions because I'm sure they're getting asked those all the time on a regular basis. But before we do, just welcome you here and just let you know that, as always, I want you to know that your county government is committed right now to providing safety and sound leadership for all of its citizens during this difficult time. And what we're going to do, we're going to start working on a way to move forward from here so that we can get back to somewhat of a normal and productive lifestyle for everybody here in Pulaski County. I understand that mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and also our financial health is very important. So we want to make sure that we can get those back intact and provide a better quality of life for everybody here. So I appreciate your patience. We are going to get there. We're going to get there together, but we just need you to keep doing what you're doing with your social distancing. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, disinfect all your surfaces, and we're starting discussions now with leaders around the state and around locally and regionally of how to get our economy going again once we start to see an opportunity to do that. So be patient with us. We are going to do our. Okay, sorry we lost a signal on cell phone, so we're having a little troubles today with our technology. However, we do apologize for that. Thank you for joining us. I started to update you on the number of cases. We've got 32 total cases in Pulaski County. As of right now, 20 of those have recovered, so that's a great number. We're starting to see a trend downward. Hopefully, we can keep that going. We've had 2 deaths as a result. All right, we're going to try a third time's a charm. Folks, what did we ever do without technology, without cell phones? I just don't know. But here we are doing our Facebook Live on a cell phone. We've had a couple internet dropouts, so we're hopefully going to have a feed here. But anyway, we've had 32 cases here in Pulaski County, of which 20 have recovered. We've had 2 deaths as a result of the COVID-19 virus. Right now, we have none of our Pulaski residents in the hospital with COVID-19, and we have 10 of those that are of our total cases that are self-quarantined. So we're making good progress. Just be patient, stay with it. Hopefully, we can get past this in a few weeks and be able to resume somewhat of a normal lifestyle. Until we do, just be safe, be healthy, and we're all in this together, and we're going to get through it together. So I've already introduced Charlene Taylor. It's always a pleasure to have her with us. So I'm going to let her talk about what she's doing nowadays, because I know she's a workforce development specialist. However, she's recently been brought in to help with the unemployment crisis, I'm going to call it, because there was such an overload on the system when coronavirus broke out. That they've had to hire a lot of extra help at the state level, and they've had to get a lot of extra help at the local level. And Charlene is one of those, and she's going to talk to you about some of the issues that they're facing. And I'm sure she's familiar with the issues you're facing, so she's going to try to address some of those. And while she's talking, I'm going to look at some of the comments here on our Facebook Live and see if I can get her to answer some of your questions. So we appreciate you tuning in. And Charlene, I'm going to let you address these folks here.
Okay. Hi, everybody in Pulaski County. Wanted you to know that we're here to help you. We feel your pain. Daryl McGahey, who is our boss down at the Lake Cumberland Ad District, we serve 13 counties. He's pulled staff together to come and help the Career Development Office to help with these unemployment claims. It is a very hard thing right now because there's so many people trying to access the system Just be patient, and I know that's easier said than done, especially when you're wanting to get your money. The unemployment process, on day one, you will file your initial claim, and you will do that by going to www.kcc.ky.gov, or you can do it by phone, which is 502-875-0442. And then on day two, the Office of Unemployment Insurance will determine if you have a valid claim. So then there's a process between day 3 and 12 that you will receive a letter that states the amount of your payment. Also, when you get to the end of filing your claim, you will get a confirmation. That means you've done the process correctly, and you will get a date when you will file your next check. Your first payments will come automatically, so it will be 13 days before you probably will get a check. If there's no disqualifying factors, it will generate a payment by either direct deposit or a debit card within 2 to 5 days. And then on day 28, if you continue to be unemployed, you can request your second payment benefit online at the kcc.ky.gov, or by calling 877-369-5984. And the best and the quickest way to get the process started is to do it online, if you can do that. If there's issues with, you will get a notification of that. If you are needing your PIN reset, you can call and get the PIN reset. The government, the state government has worked closely with setting up tiers. There's 3 tiers. The first tier is to help people just with general questions. The next tier, tier 2, is people are able to reset PINs and identification issues. And then tier 3 is the people that are actually working, processing the claims and making sure that the checks get out to you. But Daryl, our boss, is working closely with Josh Benton and the folks at the state government to try and make the process as painless as possible. And there's thousands and thousands of people that are applying. So we just kind of got told this morning in a little email that we got, it's like everybody trying to get on the elevator at the same time. The elevator cannot work efficiently if you do that. You kind of take turns. And we're here to help you with that as much as we can. The $600, a lot of people have had questions about the $600. That will not show up in your account summary. You will get that once you receive your unemployment check. We just got to be patient with the things that are going on right now because of all of the issues that are happening, and we've got to get through this together, and we're working as diligently as we can. The state government has brought in many different agencies to work together. All of the calls go in to one central call center, and then the calls are sent out to people across the state to help with those issues. If you call the number here in Somerset, that number in Somerset is going to go directly to a call center number at Amazon Connect, and it will be answered. Some issues you have to go through and you have to look at the issue and see if there's prior claims. There's so much to the process, and we're new at this. So a lot of the people are new at it, and it just takes time to then work the process and then send it up for payment. If you're having an identity issue, you can take a picture. If you have a smartphone, you can take a picture of your driver's license, your social security card, and a piece of mail with your current address on it, and you can put those together and then take a picture of it, and then you will email it to yourself. and then you will access your account summary and then upload the document to that. And then that is the quickest way because it goes directly into your account. If you were to send it through email, someone like us would have to upload it, and then it doesn't go directly to your account. So the best and the safest way is to upload the information through your account summary with your smartphone. And if you have email, you can do it from your own email there. So those are a few of the questions that we're having right now.
All right, well, that's a lot of information. I've got a couple questions here, and it seems to be, one of them said, I'm getting a message that says account is under investigation. So how long will an account stay under investigation before they'll hear something back?
Until the person sends their information in. I mean, that it's, the account is, there may be that they've got a double claim in there. The best thing to do is once you file your claim and you get that confirmation, you don't need to go back in there because that check is going to be issued automatically unless there is a problem with your account. The only time you will need to go back in there is that's to claim your second check. Your first check comes automatically, and you would go in there, it may say 4/22, it'll give you a date to go back in there and claim your next check. Those are the issues that people are having. They may have gotten married and changed their name since they filed their last claim, or a social security number may have gotten entered wrong. This one thing that you do need to put and note is that this is lack of work, and any box that you can put a comment in, it's COVID-19. Do not put natural disaster. It is not a natural disaster. A natural disaster is like tornadoes or hurricanes or earthquakes, something like this. So if you'll just put lack of work, and anywhere that you can put a comment, put COVID-19, and that helps the investigator to know that what pot of money that this is coming out of.
Okay, I see there seemed to be a recurring question here, Charlene. It says they've called, and I guess they get an automatic recording saying that someone will call, and they never do. What kind of time frame can they expect somebody to call back, or are they just missing them when they call back, or how would you address that problem?
Well, you've got one person that's trying to work 500 cases a week, so it does take some time. It takes time to call the people back. I know myself, I've got cases right now that I'm working on, and I'm diligently trying to work on those cases and get an answer, because I know if I was on the other side, I would be wanting an answer also. So people are working diligently to get the answers. It may take 3-4 days, but you will get an answer. You just got to hang in there, and we'll get you an answer as soon as we can.
Okay, it does seem like it's frustrating, and I understand the frustration. I don't like to be on hold or with technical support or anyone, and especially when you're in a situation where you have no money and you've got bills due and you've got no groceries and you need financial help, and I realize there's a lot of you out there that are in that situation. So we're trying all we can, I know, from the state level to fix this problem. It's just been such a massive run all at once. The system was not set up to handle this kind of volume. And I know Charlene does not do this on a normal basis, but she's been called in. I heard the governor hired 150 just up in Frankfort to answer phones, and hopefully to be able to call people back. So we just need you to be as patient as possible. If you get in a situation where you desperately need something, we do have our county essentials hotline that we can help you with food or medicine. If you get in that situation where you're just absolutely exhausted all your other avenues, please call that hotline. That number is 606-451-0810, and we will try to help you however we can. However, we won't be able to help with your unemployment. That's a state office, and it's going to have to go through that system. But like Charlene was saying, you just got to get in the system, and you got to be patient, because there's so many that they're trying to deal with that it's hard to get to all of them.
Anything else that you need to add, Shirley? I'll kind of look through for some more
The
questions
system
here.
is very old. It's a very, very old, antiquated system, as they said, and it's not designed to take that many calls, but we will get to the calls as quickly as possible. There are multiple, I mean, there are just tons of people working the call center and doing as much as they can. I know myself, if I don't know what the answer is, I send it to someone else by email that is in Frankfurt that actually can fix the problem. So, matter of fact, I got one this morning that, I mean, it's beyond I'm a tier 2. I'm working on like resetting pins, and I can do the identification issues. So, something that's a tier 3, we'll send it on up. So there are experts that do it, but they're limited also in the number of people that's sitting there serving the number of people that's coming in that have filed for unemployment. I mean, it's a lot of people.
Okay.
I think it was like 522,000 people all over the state of Kentucky that has filed unemployment benefits, and so they're working through those cases. I saw that last night on a post on Team Kentucky. So, but just patience. I mean, we'll get there, and I know what it would be like. I mean, I put myself in your shoes. We're here to help you. I mean, that's why the judges brought us in here, to at least give you some guidance in what we can do to help you. And we will all get there, and you will get paid. It just may not be as quickly as you think, but it is a huge process. It takes 13 days to even get the first one out there. So that is automatically put into your account. And if you're a self-employed person and you have filed for the benefit, once you set up your claim, you don't have to do anything again. It automatically goes into your account, because that's the way the system is set up to do that for self-employed folks.
Can you repeat the phone number? Somebody said they missed that when they were logging in there. If you've got that handy, this will be your phone number to call in for your benefits to get registered.
It's 502-875-0442.
Okay. And then got a question here. This might reach out to several here. It says, I have a business that filed a mass claim. I guess there's several employees at once, and the business filed, and they still don't have money. What are they supposed to do in that instance?
I would first of all speak with my employer, because the mass filing there's an Excel sheet that the employer fills out, and it is sent directly to Frankfurt. And then once Frankfurt gets that and processes it, unless there is an issue, you should not have to do anything. You will request your payments weekly. That's different than somebody just filing. They do bi-weekly. But an e-mass claim that is sent to the state by your employer, you claim weekly. But you should get something that tells you when to claim. Again, I mean, it will tell you what day you need to claim on, and the employer should have given you the instructions on what to do.
Okay. Here's a question. Where can you appeal dropped claims? Mine no longer exists on the website. So if they would like to make an appeal, where do they do that at?
They would go to, there's a 2900 number. Let me get that number real quick here.
Might be, let me see behind you. Is it 502-564-2900?
Yes.
Once again, it's 502-564-2900. Okay. Let's see, what should someone do if it shows their wages are zero, even though their employer has submitted wage information on their part?
On that one, I'm not sure. I would have to check on that. The employer will fix that. I would think that the employer would have to fix that. Did the person file the claim and it said zero? Is that what it?
That's what it appears. It looks like they're going on their portal there and it's saying they had zero wages.
Well, the system also knows how to pull the wages. There's two systems. It's Q's and KNET, and the system will know how to pull the wages itself. I mean, that's where the information comes from, is through the system.
Let's see, here's a question. Are people supposed to be getting paid 40% of their checks as usual, or is it different now because of the virus? I don't know the percentages they're supposed to be receiving.
It is based on your wages, and there is a calculator on that kcc.ky.gov, and right now, if you got laid off April the 5th, you are looking at all of the quarters in 2019. So you can go in there and see what your base wage is. The max on unemployment is $552. And you can go in there and it will tell you what your base wage is if you use that calculator.
Are there any stipulations of how long you had to work prior to the virus occurring to be able to get the unemployment benefits? For instance, this person said they only worked 2 weeks and then the business closed due to the virus. Are they eligible for unemployment?
They should be eligible for unemployment. It may have been on a prior employer, but during this COVID-19, even people that are self-employed, people that are unemployed, have been able to draw. You just got to go in there and file the claim, and then they will determine if you are eligible to draw anything.
Okay. Well, I know I told you I wouldn't keep you here much longer than a half hour. I know you've given some good information, and I know folks that you're going to be frustrated through this, but please be patient. Please keep, if you're trying to call and can't get a hold of anybody, please keep trying. They will help you as soon as they can. They're not avoiding you. It's just they're overwhelmed and they want to help. Please keep trying, keep being patient, and we're going to get through this. If you have any more questions, like I said, you can try to contact me on Facebook, and I'll be glad to try to help answer the questions I can. Whatever I don't know, I'll try to get answers for you. But we're all in this together, and I desperately want to see you all financially supported, on your feet, and taking care of your families. So we're going to do all we can to try to help the state with this issue they're dealing with here at our level. Anyway, we'll try to do our best to make sure that they're taking care of you, our citizens. So, Charlene, thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure to have you. And it's all right, folks, for the technical difficulties today, but we just wanted to get this important information out to you. And just remember that we're going to make it through this temporary storm. When we do, we're going to have a strong county. I'm committed to that, and I want to make sure that we come out of this and take care of our folks here in Pulaski County, and that we continue to thrive and to prosper the way we have in the past several years. So until next time, I'll be praying for you. God bless you all.